Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Living with Keisha. Thank you all for tuning back in. So today we're gonna do this wine color look eyeshadow. But first, we have to do our brows. So the brows pencil that we are using today is the Anastasia brow pencil. The color is in ebony, and so you'll just see me do the brows. You'll see me shape it up. You'll see me brush it a little bit just to see if this is how I want it to look. Once I'm done with that, then we'll move on to the concealer. The concealer that I use today is Juvia's Place number 13. This is honestly the only concealer that I do use. It's nothing to do with the fact that I don't like other concealers. Well, if I'm only using one, that means I don't like it, right? But this concealer is so thick, so creamy. The consistency is always there. How could I switch something that I'm so used to using to go to something that's such a disappointment? At that point, I kind of set myself up for failure, right? So yeah, we are using Juvia's Place number 13 cream concealer. I use it to conceal my eyebrows. I use it to conceal under my eyes. I use it to when it's time to contour. I use it really for anything and everything. And then we're using the flat brush from Juvia's Place makeup brush collection. I like to bring the concealer all the way down to my eyelid because since we are going to be using eyeshadow, think about the concealer as an eye primer being put onto the eyes. And so you will see me conceal all the way down to my eyelid. And then you'll also see me use an eye primer. And that's also Juvia's Place as well. And then I also did another technique this go around because people said that they typically do foundation before they do anything else. So I wanted to see if it was any different. In my opinion, I typically do not like to do foundation before I do eyeshadow. Reason being is if I mess anything up, I don't want it to fall on the foundation. But we're going to test it and we're going to see. And you see me using my concealer on my face to mix with my foundation. My foundation is a little bit dark. So I typically use the concealer with the foundation to brighten it up a little bit. Now, I will say this video is a little bit older. So you won't see me use my new technique when I am trying to cover my dark spots up. But eventually, once I get all these videos out of the way and done with editing and stuff, by February you will be seeing the new technique being used. It's just these videos are all from December, and I've been editing them just to get them out for January. So yeah, we cover up our face. Then you see me use the concealer for Juvia's Place. And I just do under my eyes, my chin, my nose, and then above my brows. And then I was also trying out this new technique as well. I seen somebody put the concealer on their jawline also. So I was like, let's test it out to see. Anytime I do the concealer though, I always make for sure I use my continuing mist to wet the sponge, wet the power puff, or even wet the brush, just because that continuing mist will give it that refresher that it possibly needs when laying the concealer down. Now, I will say one thing that I have taught myself after this video was created was letting your concealer dry. Reason being is it becomes so tacky and it becomes such a I don't know the right word to use, but like it becomes like a sticky like a silly putty. You know how like silly putty sits on the skin and it doesn't go anywhere if you don't move it? That's how that sits. So whenever you do your concealer, give it some time. Typically let it dry like 10 to 15 minutes, just depending on what I have going on. But I will also say now with my new makeup technique, I do not do foundation all over my face, and you'll see that in the future videos. But back to this video, I did use the brown contour. Now I will say that was way too much contour for the brown because one, I did not know the pigment tint it could possibly give, and I was so mad at myself after I did this because it was like, well, dang, like I put so much brown, dark brown on my face that I had to come back from it so it wouldn't give that dark look. And so I just kind of went with the flow and kind of played with it a little bit because I knew that if I needed to add more concealer, I could add more concealer. Then you see me use this red color corrector. I probably won't use red color corrector again. Do you see how red my neck is? And then when it was time to mix that foundation, it was not a pretty sight. Like, it was just a lot going on in this video. But you gonna see me finish it through. Got to see it through, my boy. Alright, so now we're using that loose setting powder under our eyes. Make sure you use your little powder puff, little puffy thingy, whatever you want to call that. But you see the picture, so that's what you're going to use. And one thing that I have learned also, if you do not swipe and lay this out instead of, like how you see right here, I'm patting it down. I had to stop doing that because I realized it was making my under the eyes become like wrinkled. I don't know, it sounds weird, but yeah, it's like a science to it. So you'll see me in the videos from here on out, you'll see me like swiping it and just gliding it, and it just gives it more of a less uncreased look, and that's what I was wanting to go for. That's what I'm always wanting to go for. So you see right here how I am attempting to swipe it. I keep catching myself just tapping it, but eventually you will start seeing me in future videos. I do just glide it across the concealer area. And it's honestly a preference. Maybe I'm just tapping it the wrong way, but me personally, I am not a tap fan of the powder anymore. So yeah, I only like to swipe and glide. So then we do lip liner, and we do a black lip liner. First, I tried to use like a ruby red, but I did not like how it came out. It was too light for me. So then I used the black on top and bottom of the lips, and then once I like the black of where I set it at, I then put the brown lip liner. This is also not really a lip liner, but I use it for a lip liner and it works. So yeah, we're not changing what we like around here. And then after I did the lip liner, I went to the nude gloss. This is Remedy by Ari. It's fire. The name will be added as well. This is the brush that I use when I always tap my bronzer on my face. This is like the holy grail brush. I have not found another brush that I've liked to use. This brush, it does it all, literally. Then we moved on to the eyeshadow. So then we did the browns, and then we also did that ruby red that's on there as well. And then you also see me using the same brush that I used from this earlier in this video that we did with the contour. We used the same brush, and then we did browns, and then I just blended it out. Now I will say with this video, with this look, I did switch the brush once, and that was just because I was trying to get a clean brush to blend out those colors. So yeah, that's what you see me do in this video. I just swap brushes real quick, and then we move back to the brush that we were using from before, and then I just blended it out and blended it up. And then we also did use a little bit of black as well, but you'll see that towards the end. I was trying to give it like a smoky eye kind of, just because the lips was already like a smoky, and you see me like look at the camera like, all right, get it together, friend. So we had to get another clean brush to blend it out on both sides, because at that point we had to, do the other side a little bit of black as well to kind of give both sides to look the same. And so at that point, once I was done blending it out, then I moved on to my next step, and that was the eyeliner. Now I will say eyeliner is hard for some people, but I feel like once you practice a lot, it does become easy, and it just takes, patience and learning how to look down and stuff like that. So you'll see me do the liner on my bottom line first, and I typically look down because yes, if you do not look in the correct way, it will make your eyes water. I will say that. Then we moved on to the lips, and this is the coffee from what I showed in the beginning of the video earlier. And then we did the liquid eyeliner. And so this one I also look down as well, just because if you don't look down, you won't be able to see what you're doing overall. And so you'll see me do eyeliner on the right eye, but then I'll also show you the left eye as well, so that way you can kind of see which one you prefer. Do you prefer liner, no liner? So you pick and choose. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time in the next video. Peace out.